Hey there, welcome to yet another series on 10 minutes of useless animals information. There are an estimated 8.7 million species on Earth, and more than 80% of them remains undiscovered. However, among the ones we do know, there are many that would surprise you. Like the giant tortoise from the Galápagos Islands. These tortoises can weigh up to 550 pounds, the same as a brown bear. And if you think that's massive, wait until you hear about the giant squid, the biggest invertebrate on Earth with a length of over 40 feet, equivalent to the length of a full bus. Also, it got eyes the size of a dinner plate. Speaking of eyes, an ostrich eyes is bigger than its brain. Not saying that the bird is dumb, but in a way, it's actually really dumb. For when faced with an imposing threat, the ostrich will push its head at the ground, close its eyes, and go invisible. Well, at least the bird thinks it's invisible. On the contrary, when it comes to pigs, whom people generally think of dirty and dumb, for their musky appearance give pigs an undeserved reputation for solveliness. Whereas in fact, pigs are some of the cleanest animals around, refusing to excrete anywhere near their living or eating areas when given a choice. Pigs are also one of the most intelligent non-human animals. This is after chimpanzees, dolphins, and elephants. Pigs are as well smarter than dogs, although dogs hold a special place in our hearts. Dogs are known for being man's best friend, and that's a relationship that goes back longer than you might expect. According to Guinness World Records, the oldest known breed of domesticated dog goes all the way back to 329 BC. Saluki dogs were revered in ancient Egypt, being kept as royal pets and being mummified after death. Cats have also been hanging around humans for thousands of years. Guinness World Records report that we have been domesticating cats for 9,500 years. Proof of this came in 2004 when bones of a cat were discovered in the Neolithic village of Shiloru Kambos on Cyprus. The position of the cat in the ground was next to the bones of a human, whose similar state of preservation strongly suggests they were buried together. Moving on to bigger cats, let's talk about the lion. Male lions grow impressive manes the older they get. These manes grow up to 16 centimeters long and are a sign of dominance. The older they get, the darker their manes go. Although while male lions attract a fair share of attention thanks to their impressive manes, it's the female lions who do the bulk of the work when it comes to feeding their families. Lionesses hunt around 90% of the time, while the males protect their pride. Similarly, even when it comes to mosquitoes, it's only the female mosquitoes that bite. Now, this is quite common for a big part of the animal kingdom, where the female does the hunting and the male looks after the herd or the family. Whereas when it comes to seahorses, they have reversed some roles completely. It's the male seahorses that goes through pregnancy and gives birth to babies. They are the only animal on earth where the male carries the babies rather than the female. The male seahorses has a pouch on its stomach in which they carry babies as many as 2,000 at a time, each about the size of a jelly bean. Newborn whales on the other end are big babies. They can reach about 23 feet in length and can weigh 5,000 to 6,000 pounds at birth. And they grow fast, adding about 250 pounds each day, which means that a blue baby whales gain over a ton within 20 days. 20 days might not seem like a lot, but for a housefly, it's almost its entire life, as a housefly has a lifespan of just 20 to 30 days. By the way, when you hear a housefly buzzing around your home, you might be annoyed by the persistent sound. However, the next time it happens, try to soothe yourself by noting that the airborne pest is actually buzzing in an F key. However, cows do enjoy music. Cows are known to produce more milk when listening to slow music. Maybe it has something to do with the mood. Researchers found that cows produce 1.54 more pins per day, a 3% increased when they were played slow music, as opposed to more upbeat tunes. Many studies support that certain type of music can help dogs as well feel more relaxed. In a study, shelter dogs who listen to heavy metal or grunge music begin barking and showing signs of agitation. On the other hand, when classical music were played, their moods shifted and they were much calmer and more relaxed. By the way, did you know every dog has a unique nose print with no two alike? Also, a dog's sense of smell is 1,000 times greater than a human. Sharks as well have quite a strong sense of smell. Great white sharks can detect a drop of blood in 100 liters of water, and they can even sense tiny amounts of blood from 5 kilometers away. Another thing about sharks is their skin feels exactly like sandpaper because it is made of tiny teeth-like structure called plesioid scales, also known as dermal denticles. These scales point towards the tail and help reduce friction from surrounding water when the shark swims. Sharks can reach impressive speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour, yet they are nowhere near the fastest. The black marlin is undoubtedly the fastest fish in the ocean with an explosive speed of 130 kilometers an hour. It's surprising how they could move so fast with such ease. What's not easy, however, are the life of ants. Ants are known for their hard work, such that ants never sleep. Also, they don't have lungs. Like most insects, they take in oxygen through openings in the abdomen called spiracles, which allows sufficient oxygen to maintain their activity. On the other hand, there are snails that can sleep for 3 years. Snails need moisture to survive, so if the weather is not cooperating, they can actually sleep, technically hibernate up to 3 years. When it comes to hibernation, one animal that always comes to our mind is the bear. Right before they hibernate, bears load up on food, eating up to 20,000 calories daily and gaining as much as 30 pounds a week. Also, when bears hibernate during winter, they aren't sleeping the whole time. Hibernation for bears simply means they don't need to eat or drink and rarely urinate or defecate. Now what's interesting is mother bears usually give birth and nurse their newborn babies while hibernating. Wouldn't it be great to wake up from a deep sleep and to realize that the hard part was already over with? Likewise, the opossums as well have it quite easy with the pregnancy, as the gestation period of a opossum is about just 13 days. Opossums babies, also called as joeys, are so tiny at birth that 10 of them can fit in a teaspoon. Immediately after birth, they climb into their mother's pouch, where they'll stay and continue to develop for the next 50 days. Although for some animals or creatures, birth can be terrifying, like the octopus, making the ultimate sacrifice for their young, as both male and female octopuses die soon after mating. The male dies a few months afterwards, while the female dies shortly after the eggs hatch. Apart from the octopus being a master of camouflage, they are extremely intelligent as well. In fact, they are among the smartest invertebrate on Earth. They have 9 brains, one mini brain in each arm and another one in the center of their bodies. Each arm of theirs can independently taste, touch and perform basic movements. There has as well been countless number of reports of how easily octopuses have escaped their tanks in impressive ways through problem solving. Another reason for them being so good at escaping is their ability to fit through tiny holes. They can squeeze through spaces around just an inch in diameter. Another really intelligent aquatic being is the dolphin. We have all heard about how smart they are, but did you know that bottlenose dolphins were once trained by the US military and then used in both Vietnam and the Gulf to detect and signal if enemy swimmers were trying to plant explosives on ships? Dolphins as well have a fun personality where they enjoy blowing bubbles. They are as well quite chatty as they make a variety of sounds including whistles, clicks and squeaks. And with that we come to the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Many more amazing videos on this channel. Hit the subscribe button to stay tuned.